The introduction of sprint racing at 3 Grand Prix in 2021 will bring new dynamics and format tweaks to the F1 weekend. FP1 on Friday remains to kick off the weekend. FP2 is now replaced with qualifying, normally seen on Saturday. The only difference is the result sets the grid for the sprint race. FP2 moves to Saturday morning and remains the familiar 1-hour practice session. Qualifying is replaced by a sprint race in the afternoon. This is a flat-out race over 100 kilometers, usually between 25 to 30 minutes long. No pit stops, so the drivers will be pushing their cars to the limit for the whole time. The result of this race not only determines the grid position for the main Grand Prix on Sunday, but the top 3 drivers will also receive championship points. First place receiving 3 points, second place receiving 2, and third receiving 1 point. On Sunday, it's lights out for the full Grand Prix. The new sprint race weekend allows teams access to a total of 12 sets of tyres. 6 soft, 4 medium, 2 hard compound, instead of the usual 13. 5 soft tyre sets will be allocated for qualifying on Friday, with 1 being allocated for Q3 as before. Drivers can use 2 sets in FP1 on Friday and 1 set in FP2 on Saturday. 2 sets of tyres are available for the sprint race. However, as there is no pit stop mandate, they'll only be expected to use 1. Under sprint race rules, the main race can now be started with any tyre compound, instead of the usual regulation of using the compound that the driver finished Q2 with. 2 sets of tyres must be reserved for the main race on Sunday, as per the usual race weekend rules. PARC FERMÉ is a period where teams are required to take their cars to a closed-off area of the paddock within 3.5 hours after the end of qualifying on Saturday. There they stay until 5 hours before the formation lap. During a sprint race weekend, PARC FERMÉ is brought forward from the start of qualification on Friday to the start of FP2 on Saturday. The FIA will allow some changes at this point, and the cars return to PARC FERMÉ at the start of the sprint race on Saturday. Teams will be able to replace parts like for like if they get damaged or worn, and can bolt on old ones if they run out. The aim of sprint racing is to make each session more exciting and more valuable. Normally, the practice sessions add up to 3 hours of driving before any competition begins. Less practice means more unpredictability in the race, which can lead to serious upsets. With only 1 hour of practice before qualification, it's going to be stressful and busier than normal for all teams in the paddock. Less waiting for perfect track conditions. Drivers will need to get out and get the laps in. More competition, higher intensity practices. All of which means more excitement and action for the fans.